12 News at 10 starts now.
Those stories and more in just moments, but first, breaking news is happening right now on 12 News at 10 o'clock. We are following two stories developing in just the last 90 minutes. This is a live look near Lake Pleasant tonight where a large crash has shut down Highway 74 at Castle Hot Springs Road. Again, this is a live look at that scene. Officials telling us that this crash involving two cars, one of them a minivan carrying kids. We're told that minivan was headed west when it somehow made a U-turn. That truck you see there carrying that trailer hitting that minivan with the kids inside. We're told those kids taken to the hospital. Everyone, we're told, expected to be okay despite that large scene. More breaking news for you tonight. Right now, the search is underway for a man who disappeared this evening at Bartlett Lake Flats inside the Tonto National Forest. Details limited at this hour, but the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office telling 12 News that man went underwater around 6:30 this evening and so far has yet to resurface. We'll be tracking both of these stories overnight at 12news.com. We'll also have the very latest for you bright and early tomorrow morning on Today at AZ, starting at 4:26. Tonight, 12 News staying in contact with DPS to learn more details about an early morning wrong-way crash that killed 3 people near Fountain Hills. This scene happening in the north lanes of Highway 87 and Shea Boulevard. Troopers say a car headed south somehow ended up in the north lanes. The drivers of both cars were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. 3 adults who were passengers in one of those cars were all killed. Tonight, troopers are still working to identify them. New at 10 o'clock tonight, 3 men are being recognized for their quick actions that saved 1 man from a burning car. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra sharing their story tonight.
First responders save people every day. It's what they're trained to do, but they don't always get there first.
It doesn't happen a lot for a stranger to step in and help another stranger.
On May 9th, several cars crashed at the intersection of Grand and 91st Avenue, seriously injuring 2 people. Ben Erickson, an off-duty Goodyear detective, was sitting at a red light on his way home from a long day at work. When he heard the crash, he pulled over and ran to the smoking car first.
Pulled on the doors, they didn't open. I was able to see him through the windshield, and I yelled at him that he needs to get out of the vehicle. 2
friends, Matthew Ayers-Mendez and Johnny Asordia, also heard the crash.
When we saw that no one was getting out the car, we just rushed.
As the smoke thickened, the 3 men quickly smashed the window and pulled the trapped driver out of the car.
First his chest, and then he got stuck, and then we were finally getting his legs out.
The people who save lives every day are now recognizing these men as heroes.
That's what you call courage, because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing something when you are fearful.
The men say they just hope another stranger would have the courage to help them if they ever needed the favor returned.
I'd do it again, for sure.
The Peoria fire chief says the driver they saved is expected to be okay. Reporting in Peoria, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thank you. Tonight at 10 o'clock, a dark plume of smoke could be seen near downtown Phoenix just hours ago. All of that smoke billowing in the sky. The fire happening near 16th Street in Jefferson. Phoenix Fire says multiple tanker trucks carrying used cooking oil somehow caught fire around 7 o'clock tonight. Right now, there's no word on exactly how the fire sparked, but the good news, no one was hurt. Tonight, a Yuma man is behind bars in connection to sparking a Martinez Lake fire, which has already scorched more than 1,200 acres. Jason Bradley Martin now facing a number of charges in connection to the fire, which is burning in the Imperial National Wildlife Refuge on the Arizona-California border. The fire sparking yesterday afternoon, and right now there's no containment. Tonight, investigators, though, are asking the public to reach out if they saw Martin in the area at the time of the fire or if they have video to share. The summer pool season officially underway in the city of Phoenix. This weekend, we caught up with folks having fun at the pool in Encanto this weekend. Kids under the age of 17 can swim for free at certain Cool Kids pools. The big kids can swim for just $3, and seniors over the age of 60 can swim for just $1. Officials say that most pools are indeed closed. You can find more details on the ones closest to you right now at 12news.com. And those pools are going to be very popular this coming week because we are talking about triple-digit temperatures moving into the forecast. Let's get you ready for what's on tap for the new week. Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries here tonight with a look.
Yeah, Jonathan, are you ready for what's coming this week? It is going to be the warmest week of the year so far. The upside to what we have coming our direction, the evenings and the early mornings still nice. So it's not like mid-July when we never seem to get any kind of a break. Right now, we've got 88 degrees outside, pretty dry air outside. The pressure is rising, but we're not getting much of a wind response. So that's very different than what we saw Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let me map you through your Memorial Day. Yep, we're going back into the triple-digit range. I'm calling for low 100s, and the peak of the heat will be between about 3 to 5. Notice leading up to that, we've got 70s, 80s, and 90s. Oh my, 98 by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But again, without much wind, we aren't going to cool off all that dramatically as the sun goes down. Meantime, next 3 days, there is a definite theme in the forecast. We're jumping into the triple-digit range tomorrow. We're holding on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, well, yes, numbers continue to be above the normal range. So the warming trend is underway. It's the hottest week of the year so far. So do we have any relief in the 7-day? I'll answer that coming up my full forecast. Jonathan.
Ginger, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks so much. Now to Decision 2024, and this morning on NBC's Meet the Press, Arizona Secretary of State Adrian Fontes discussing growing threats to democracy ahead of the upcoming presidential election in November. Fontes joined by secretaries of state from other key battleground states. During the discussion, Fontes talked about threats made to him and his family after the 2020 election and the impact it had on him to stay in politics.
I think the biggest challenge that we are all facing heading into November is the perpetuation of the mis and disinformation from government officials in the United States of America for whether it's political or other gain. This is the problem that is bigger than any other problem, the mis, dis, and malinformation. But we continue to provide good, solid elections across the United States of America for our voters using all of the different techniques that are similar.
Fontes also added that the biggest challenge for elections officials this year is to ensure clean elections across America.